it is no secret that the Nintendo GameCube is my favorite video game console of all time. Yes, even compared to the Nintendo Switch or the PlayStation 5, I still love the kooky little purple lunchbox. But why do I love it so much? Why is it my favorite when all these amazing modern systems are out with fantastic games? Why do I love the purple little lunchbox more than any? Well, today I thought I'd go over my thoughts and why I really love the GameCube, why it means so much to me. And there really is no better way to start than with the console itself. I have the purple indigo version, and I have to say it is the most early 2000s nostalgic cube of amazingness. Looking at it now, the purple goes so well for Nintendo. It just really pops. It makes you say, what is that? Why does it look so awesome? The GameCube logo on the jewel, you'll see, is so serious and sleek. There's something that Nintendo was trying real hard with this generation, was the sleekness and kind of more maturity of games, with releases like Twilight Princess at the end and the Star Fox games being a lot darker than their predecessors. They were definitely aiming for a more slick, mature vibe with this system. And that was kind of a whole thing with the generation, as with the PS2 and the original Xbox were also very sleek, very modern, very mature systems. And it was something Nintendo tried. I do think the jet black GameCube fits more with that sleek style than the purple, but nonetheless it does look amazing. The system itself is a cube, hence the name GameCube, that it plays games. The name is very self-explanatory, but it lends itself well. It's very compact, very, unintrusive. I did a couple mods to it, and opening it up, it is very straightforward. The disk drive is on top and all the internals are underneath. It is very compact. It is also the most powerful console of that generation, even beating out the PS2 and original Xboxes, which is pretty outstanding consider the GameCube was the second worst selling system of that generation, just above the Dreamcast. One thing that pairs really well with the purple system is the purple controller. The controller. Oh my goodness, right? So it is the most strange looking design. I'm holding it now and looking at it. The buttons are in the weirdest places, and Nintendo has stated why they've done this. The B is red, usually for back, and A is green, and big as it's the most prominent. And I think it is really a staple of what makes gaming really simple. It is a very simple and intuitive controller. It's very straightforward with the button placements. It definitely pioneered for controllers because the hand grips feel very close to something like the 360. Now, it is the most comfortable controller I have ever held. Yes, I know 360 stands will come at me and tell me, nah, the 360 is the best controller. Guys, chill. It's the GameCube. Just, you've been defeated. I know Xboxers don't like to be defeated, but they really do. Now that's just the system, the GameCube, the system itself, the controller. Obviously there were other variants like the jet black and the chrome silver, and even in Japan they got some really strange colors like orange and white, and the Gundam red custom GameCube, which is so cool, just so cool. But you can't really have a system without the games, and I think that's another reason why I love the GameCube so much is the games. The early 2000s was a time where Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft were firing on all cylinders, trying to one-up each other. And because of that, we got quality game after game after game after game after game. There was no true poor quality title that came from Nintendo or Sony of that generation. Some standout titles of the GameCube era are Mario Kart Double Dash, Luigi's Mansion, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, Smash Bros. Melee. Some of the most critically acclaimed video games of all time have come from this GameCube era. And I really think that says something about the time that it was in. You know, we just came out of the Nintendo 64 era, where games were jumping to 3D, but they weren't like super high quality 3D. But we haven't hit that Wii era where, okay, development started to slow down on games, you know, bangers weren't put out as often. But the GameCube was that era of, you got all the Mario sports games were quality titles. They weren't rushed projects that needed to go out there to make money. They were beautifully handcrafted titles that had love and care put into them. And that is another reason why I love it, because every game is quality. Metroid Prime, even like third-party games that you wouldn't like think are the highest of quality, like the SpongeBob games or Lord of the Rings. Those are all high quality. There was just high quality stuff being put out. There was fun and entertaining things to do on the system that didn't really tarnish any reputations. Now, there were some crappy kids games that came out on it. We all know the infamous, you know, Maddens and MLBs and, you know, the really bad licensed kids games, the really bad ones. You know what I'm talking about. Those did come out on the system, but they weren't as prominent as some of the really, really good games. Now, why do I think the GameCube is the best? Especially when compared to something like the Switch or the PS5, is it does come down to the games. On the Switch, you could take a game like Mario Tennis Aces and compare it to the Mario Tennis on GameCube, and it is night and day. The quality behind the GameCube versus the Switch port. Now, the Switch version might look nicer, might play nicer, but the GameCube version has just so much more content and quality and development time and love and care put into it that it makes it better, because Mario Tennis Aces was bare bones when it came out. It had a bare bones story mode. Mario Tennis on the GameCube had a full story mode. You know, where's the difference there? And it doesn't always come down to graphics for me, personally, because I could look at something like Spider-Man Miles Morales and say, these graphics are beautiful, they're lifelike, they're full of detail and content, but I could look at something like The Wind Waker and also find the same amount of beauty and detail in the 480p cel-shaded Wind Waker that I could the 4K Spider-Man. It's just, with graphics, it wasn't fully HD at the time, but we still got, like, beautiful graphics. It looks stunning. It's just not comparable to this generation. Like, some people will come and look and say, wow, Luigi looks really derpy in Luigi's Mansion compared to maybe Luigi's Mansion 3. And yeah, that is because of the jump in power from the GameCube to the Nintendo Switch. But if you think of it at the time, it was the best quality. There is still fluid animations, there is still lots of charm and personality put into Luigi's face, as it would in the Switch version. That does lend itself to the GameCube's power itself, as it was the most powerful system of that generation. It was more powerful than, believe it or not, the PS2. That is why I love the GameCube. The presentation of it all is stunning. It came guns a-blazing, you know, hey, it is kooky, it is purple, but it's also serious and mature. And I think that is really great, and it's a shame that it sold so poorly, so. But for me, for now, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'd love to know if you want to see more console analysis videos like this, so let me know down in the comments below. Turn on notifications, because my upload schedule is just like the strangest thing in the world, and some people have been missing my videos just due to the way I upload, so be a saint, turn on notifications. I am also on Instagram. If you would like to follow me, it is Kingdom Studios Official. If you'd like to see any gameplay footage of Paper Mario or Zelda or any of these other games that I had shown in this video, let me know down in the comments. I am 100% up to doing retro games on this channel. Comment down below what your favorite Nintendo GameCube memory is. I'd love to hear it and share more of my experiences and more stories, and love to hear other people's stories and experiences with the system. That'll be all for now. I'm King from Kingdom Studios. Have a legendary day.